Find the video, man. This guy he does on YouTube. It's called Casino is the Name. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I don't.
He does it the way she explained it. She was a woman-owned business, minority, and veteran, all that. So I guess
none of that means anything. I wish Karen could come on and tell you that what she said in our group. She says, "You better not call me talking about you a woman, you a minority. I don't want to hear that. Can you do the job or not?"
That's it.
What does that say about you doing a job? What does anything that you just mentioned to me say how well you could do perform the work? If you come to my house and want to fix my air conditioner, and you tell me I'm a woman, I'm a minority, I'm gonna say, "Can you fix my air conditioner?" What you gonna say? What would you say?
I said, thanks, I guess.
Like, exactly. Like, what would you say if someone came to your house and you called English people? They say, "I'm a woman, I'm a minority, I'm a veteran." What would you say to them?
Thanks. The air conditioner's right here.
That's the way I fit that. And so think about, we don't look at that, how silly we seem. We're talking to procurement people, and the people say, "Look, we have a job for air conditioner repair. What are your qualifications? What have you done this in the past? How many times have you done this kind of air conditioner? Do you know what the kind of system is? Do you know what type of filters it take? Do you know what are the proper ratios of Freon that goes in the lines? Do you understand how to do testing and balancing for the systems? Do you even know what testing and balancing is for air conditioning system? What types of matching systems are compliant with the ones that we have in here? What are some alternative systems that we could use? Is it square duck? Is it round duck? I'm a woman. I'm a minority. I'm a veteran."
All that just sounds ridiculous now.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's the way I hear it when people tell me that. And that's why, again, those people that are pushing that are certification pushers. They're trying to sell people on buying certifications, and that's all they can sell you because they can't teach you how to actually do anything else.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly having to disprove them. Look, I always tell people, I would love to do a versus with any of those people.
Versus.
I would love, like, if you could hook that up, bro, be like, "Look, I got this guy, say y'all some liars. Do a versus with this guy." I would love to do it. I would love to
reach out, man. I'll see what we can put together. I doubt they're gonna get over here and do that, man. I ain't gonna lie.
They're not gonna do it, bro. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it because it's not true. It's not true. So, it's not that easy. But again, you don't really want it easy because what I always think about, and I tell my people, I learned this from a really wealthy guy who gave me advice about real estate. And I said, "Hey, it's really hard." And so for me, I was new to real estate investing, right? Yeah. So one of my guys who I used to work at his house, he lived in the same neighborhood as Ray Allen did when Ray Allen played for the Heat. Oh, you got to go through 2 gates. You know, he lived in, that neighborhood is so popular. There's nothing for sale there. There's like maybe 1 or 2 houses a year go for sale there because people don't even want to leave. Like, they don't even want to leave that neighborhood. And I said to him, "Look, it's really hard buying real estate properties." And I go, "It's tough." And he goes, "Eric," he says, "that's perfect for you." He says, "Because the smart people figure it out and they make all the money." And that's the way that I want you to look at it, is that you want it to be hard because then all you have to do is become one of the smart people who figure it out, and then you make all the money. That's why I pulled off $1.2 million in contracts today. How many did you get?
0. And I'm realizing right now, I'm like, all the videos I've seen, I've just found your videos or whatever. Okay. But I've been watching a lot of other videos, and it's like, everybody's like, "Oh, it's so easy, you get on here, you just bid a contract, and you get it." And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, I'm like, damn, I got to do pricing. I got to see if I can get this shipped. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
Really find.
It's not easy. It's not. Look, Karen just said too many people lose out on their 8A because they think that it's a slam dunk. And people go, and I get it. People go out and push this stuff. They push. But, again, I come on to share examples of people winning, people succeeding. So I let you know that it's not impossible, right, to do. And that's what we talk about. It's not impossible. There's some really basic steps out there that you can follow and really start to understand the process. So It's definitely not impossible, but yeah, it is hard. It takes work. You've got to put in the work. I mean, these contracts came from relationships that I developed for the last 18 months. Yeah. I've been working in these relationships for 18 months. 18 months. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't get these contracts because of something I did yesterday. Yeah. This is something I did in 2018. So I planted these seeds in 2018. Now they're starting to bear fruit. Okay, so now I'm finally eating my mangoes. I'm eating my avocados from my seeds that I planted, back in 2018. Yeah. Now I'm eating my avocados and mangoes. But you can't expect to eat an avocado mango with a seed. And people think like they're gonna eat the seed, like they're gonna plant the seed, and all of a sudden they're gonna eat an avocado the next day or a mango. Like that's just not how it works. You got, I had to water it. I had to make sure it had sunlight. I had to make sure you till the soil. Like I had to do all of that kind of stuff for the last 18 months. And really now you're like, you see it grow up a little bit, you meet the people, they talk to you, they take your call, they take a meeting. But this is like months, right? It's not like the same month. 1 month, the guy takes your phone call. You're like, oh, great, he took my phone call, right? And then 2 months later, he's like, all right, we'll set up a meeting. But he didn't set it up. He just said he will set it up, right? And then 2 months later, he's like, all right, we're going to consider you for a project. And then 2 months later, he's like, yeah, we're still working on a project. I mean, he kept saying, follow up with me in 2 months, follow up with me in 2 months, follow up with me in 2 months. And I just kept following up in 2 months. I would follow up in 2 months. And he was busy. And he was like, I'm sorry, we're working on it. We're trying to get to the right project. And then finally, right, he knows, hey, we have something.
Yeah.
Okay. And then can you do this? And by the way, when they call you for something, they call you, it's like last minute. We got something, but we need it like done by Friday. And you're like, right? So you've been waiting a whole year, and a half, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy's like, we got something, but I need it by Friday.
Yeah.
What are you going to say? No?
Not after a year and a half.
Not after a year and a half. You're like, yes, I could do it. Yeah. And so that's what happened, is that they literally just, again, it's a government. The only reason, and I won't say the only reason, but one of the reasons why they called me was because somebody else was not performing and not delivering on the contracts. Yeah. So finally, it made room for me to come in. So that allowed me to come in. I had been,
Stop, baby! It's time to perform.
That's right. Hey, what happens? Like in basketball or football or something, quarterback get hurt. All right, hey, get out here. Get on the field. You've been practicing all this time. You want to get out here? You're the new starter, right? So just like Dak, that's what happened to Dak Prescott, right? It's like, all right, hey, your number's been called. Get out here. Let's go.
Like every 2 months when you followed up, it's like practice, man. You
would practice. You're practicing. There you go. You're practicing. You're practicing for your time when it's game time. And I was practicing and following up and practicing. And I was ready. I had been training. I had been ready. I've been doing my push-ups. I had been doing all my exercises. I've been doing my squats. Look, I did my leg press. I did everything, man. I've been eating right just when that day came. And then when he called my number, baby, I jumped in.
Your hand was raised high.
What? Hey, listen, they called me out on the field. Guess what? By next year, I'll be Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
man. They gave my first shot. Like, come on, first game, okay, all right.
Start performing good. You gotta start renegotiating that contract.
That's what I'm talking about. They renegotiate that money. They started negotiating the money. So that's really, that's what it is, and that's kind of that's in a fun, light manner, really. And then you can see, look, I like to have fun. I'm a joke. I'm silly, but again, look, once you figure out, and I'm going to say why the reason why I say it's easy is because anyone can do it. Yeah. That's the easy part. It's easy because anyone can do it. So it's easy from the standpoint of the fact that what I like about the federal government is, yes, okay, the person says they're minority. That's great. The only thing I would say about that is they don't discriminate. So that's a good thing, right? Because there are industries where we can go into where people would discriminate against us.
Yeah.
This is not one of them. So that's what makes it also easy, because you're not facing that blockage there. Yeah. So that's not one more hurdle that you have to actually overcome. So the fact that any one of us can do it, and then the fact that we don't have to deal with the adversity thing in terms of being minorities, that, like my man just said, this gives us a level playing field. So then that makes it easy for us, because we know as black and brown people, we don't always have that in every particular marketplace in every industry. That's not always the case. So that's what I really like about it, is that those facts is because we can show up and no one's gonna be like, oh no, this guy, I'm not gonna look at him. I'm not gonna consider him for work, right? They're gonna be like, nah, I mean, what can you do? What can you perform? I've never had anyone question me, because we show performance and ability. But I don't lead with certifications, or I'm brown, I'm black, I'm minority. I don't lead with that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't. I tell people I'm a great company and we happen to be small business.
So
but
do you think the 8A certification and all that, do you think that's necessary or not?
I think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary at all. I think that it's necessary only when people start asking you, do you have 8A? When people start asking you, right, hey, Jamal, do you have 8A? And you're like, no, should I? Like, well, it would help. And then, go someplace like, hey, Jamal, you got 8A. Hey, you got 8A. You got 8A. When people start asking those things, then that's when you should get 8A. Not before.
Yeah. Okay.
Not before. You have to learn the business, because, again, if you read the chat, Karen said earlier, so many people get 8A thinking it's a slam dunk. And I get emails and calls from people with 8A that have no contracts every week.
Yeah.
3 years, 4 years in the program. You can go to my YouTube channel and see people's comments that says, I've been in 8A for 4 years, I have no contracts. 3 years, no contracts.
Damn.
Go to my YouTube channel, type in 8A, and you'll see 4 or 5 videos where my guest talked about one of the biggest mistakes that people make is getting 8A too soon. So, yeah, because if you don't know how to do it, like you just told me, you don't even have a supplier credit.
No.
What's 8A going to do for you? I just tell me, what is 8A supposed to do? So,
8A is like this big cape, Superman.
Right, Superman cape. What? But then what are you going to do? But how are you going to deliver? How are you going to perform? Where are you going to get money from? Where are you going to get resources? What if 8A doesn't do any of that for you?
Nothing.
So how do you get all the other stuff that you need to actually be a business? When, again, going back to the AC example, okay, we have an AC contract. You're 8A, we'll give you the AC contract. You can have it. What are you going to do? You don't even know what to do. Like, and they're not giving you no money up front. So, all right, here's a $300,000 AC contract. You're going to get hurt. You're going to hurt yourself, right? My recommendation would be to go work with someone who's already in that arena. What's up, Pierce? And then find out from them the real ropes.
Yeah.
Go in there and work with someone who's in that arena and find out the ropes and let them show you how it really goes down, not what somebody on IG tells you. Hey, Govcon family, visit govconedu.com for course information. Find out how you can get enrolled right now for one price annual subscription for all of our dozen plus courses and offerings. Visit the website govconedu.com.